Hey guys, welcome back. So in this video, we'll be trying to solve the 41st Leetcode problem, that is first missing positive. So this is a hard problem, and let's see. Given an unsorted integer array nums, find the smallest missing positive integer. So you'll be given an integer, an array of integers, and you're supposed to find the smallest missing positive number. So here are your examples. Okay, so now let's see how we can solve this. Let's move on to our whiteboard. Okay, now let's consider the base case. The base case is we have to first check if 1 is there in the array or not. As we all know, 1 is the smallest missing positive number, right? So 1 is not there, like we can just return 1 as the answer. So in case we have some array such as 7, 8, 9, we can just return 1 as the answer, right? So here the answer will be 1. Okay, now let's check like a bit more complex cases. So let's say we have an array like 1, 2, 3, 4 and 6. Okay, so here, as you know, the only missing integer is 5, right? So how do we know that? So now one thing to note is the array may not always be sorted. So we have to sort the array first. Okay, so after you sort the array, you'll be having something like this. So we'll be running a for loop. So what will this for loop check? This for loop will check if the current index is equal to the last index plus 1 or not. If it is not, it will go forward. So I'll say what I mean by that. Now it will begin from the first index. Okay, so here we have 2. We have to check if 2 is equal to the element of the last index plus 1. So if 2 is equal to 1 plus 1, yes it is. So we can move forward. Now we'll come on to 3. We have to check if 3 is equal to 2 plus 1. Yes it is. Then we'll come on to 4. We have to check if 4 is equal to 3 plus 1. Yes it is, right? Now then when we'll come to 6, we can see that we have to check if 6 is equal to 4 plus 1. But we know that 4 plus 1 is 5. But in the array it's given as 6. So in this case, we have to return 5 as the answer, because we know that 5 is missing in the array and that is the smallest missing positive number. So we have to just return nums of I minus 1 plus 1. Alright, so yeah, that's basically it. So nums of I minus 1 will basically be 4, and 4 plus 1, that's 5. So now this case is also understood. Now in the for loop, we also have to check one more condition. We also have to check if nums I is not equal to nums I minus 1. So I'll say one case. Let's say I have 1, 2, 3. Let's say I have 4, 4. Then I have 5 and 7. Okay. So it will begin from the first index. Now let's skip to the second, third, fourth index. Okay. When we go to the fourth index, as usual, we will check if it is equal to the element of the last index plus 1. So we will check if 4 is equal to 4 plus 1. So 4 plus 1 is 5. So it will output 5 as the answer. But we already know that 5 is in the array. So we don't want to do that. Okay. So there will be one more condition in our for loop. And then when we will come to 7, we will see that 7 is not equal to 5 plus 1. Then we can output 6 as the answer. Okay. So there will also be a third condition in our for loop. That is, we have to check if nums of I minus 1 is bigger than 0 or not. I'll say why. So let's just state down the conditions. Now this one's condition will be nums of I should not be equal to nums of I minus 1. Alright, that's basically it. Okay, now we'll also have a third condition. Let's say we have minus 5, minus 4, 1 and 2. Okay, so now this is our second case. As I mentioned, let's say we have minus 5, minus 4, 1, 2, and let's say we have 3 and 5. Okay, so in this case what happens is, when it will like come on to minus 4, it will check if minus 4 is equal to minus 5 plus 1. It is, right? So let's change this a bit. Let's erase minus 5. Let's put minus 6 here. So it will check if it is equal to minus 6 plus 1. But minus 6 plus 1 is minus 5, right? But yeah, so it will output minus 5 as answer. But we only want positive integers, right? Like the smallest positive integer. So minus 5 will be the wrong answer. We want the answer as 4 in this case. So when it will come to 5, it will check if it is 3 plus 1. It is not. So it should output 4. So our third condition will be nums of I minus 1 should be bigger than 0. Okay. So yeah, that's basically it. So now let's see how we can code this out. Now apart from this, we also have one exceptional case. Okay, now let's say we have an array that is 1 2 3 4. Now in this, as you can see, we have no missing small integers. So in this, no missing smallest positive integer. So in this case, we have to like output the element of the last index plus 1. So 4 plus 1 is 5. So we have to output 5 in this case. All right. Yeah, that's basically it. Now let's see if we can solve this. So the first thing is, let's erase all this. Now nums dot sort. Now if not nums, basically if nums is empty or 1 not in nums, return 1. Okay. Now here comes our main for loop for I in range 1 to length of nums. Now let's go through our conditions again. If nums I is not equal to nums of I minus 1 plus 1, basically our base case, and nums of I is not equal to nums of I minus 1, so that the elements are not same, and nums of I minus 1 is bigger than 0. Okay, then we can just return nums of I minus 1 plus 1. Now if not, like if it's like the first case, like in which we have 1 2 3 4, we have to output the last element of the index, of the array plus 1. So let's see if this works. And it works. Let's submit. And there you go. That's how you solve this problem. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video and had fun learning. If you have any doubts, do leave them in the comment section down below. And yeah, that's it for this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.